Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going to talk about how I water my Fiddle Leaf Figs, what I use to water them, how much I water them, and then the typical watering schedule that I like to use. So this is the Fiddle Leaf Fig I'm going to use. It's pretty grown. It's a tall guy. What I'm going to do is check the soil usually before I water. I wait about 3 weeks in between watering, but make sure you check the soil. It should be pretty dry. If the soil is starting to pull away from the edge, that means it's really dry, so you might want to water a little bit more often than every 3 weeks. But this looks good. It's dry. I take this watering can, the one with the little spouts, and fill it up. I usually fill it up to about 1 gallon's worth of water will get this wet enough. And just kind of soak it. I like to sprinkle it from a little bit higher just because I don't want there to be like too much water to overwhelm the soil, which leads to soil compaction over time. And once I've put the whole gallon of water, I just make sure that the bottom is wet. It's a little bit hard to do for this video, but usually you'll be able to see water running out the bottom. And once water is coming out the bottom, you know it's completely wet. The soil looks good. It has even dampness. It's still a little bit nice and a little aerated, which is good. Yeah, so water it. I use 1 gallon of water off of one of these little spouts, soak it to where it's coming through on the bottom, and then I let it sit outside for a little bit just to, if there's any water dripping out. And then if it's an indoor one, I'll move it inside. Otherwise, I'll leave it as one of my outdoor plants, and then I'll come back in 3 weeks and do the same thing. Thanks again.